So you think you and your dog have an unbreakable bond. But have you ever wondered how much your dog trusts you? Will they jump in the water to save you even if they hate getting wet? Although love and trust often go hand in hand, they don't always go together. We will go through all the obvious and hidden signs your dog is trying to show you that they trust you. Stick around until the end to learn some tips on how to deepen that trust. It might take a bit more than just belly rubs and treats. Dogs show trust through submissive behaviors. Much like their wolf ancestors, dogs show submission through their pack leaders to demonstrate trust. When your dog rolls onto their back in your presence, they are exposing their belly, which is one of their most vulnerable areas. This act signifies immense trust as they're letting you access their vital organs protected only by a thin skin barrier. Does your dog sleep next to you or in your bed? If so, it's a clear sign they trust you. Sleep is another vulnerable time for dogs, and choosing to rest near you means they feel safe and protected. In the wild, wolves sleep close to their pack members for safety, and your dog now views you as their protector. Another vulnerable sign of trust is when a dog is looking at you when they poop. During this vulnerable moment, they rely on you to watch their back in case of danger. These behaviors show they trust you to protect them when they feel defenseless. In general, in uneasy situations, does your dog look up to you for direction? If they do, it's a strong indication of trust. They see you as a leader and seek your confidence, guidance, and moral support when they are unsure or anxious. Not only when they look at you, but when a dog makes eye contact with you, generally it's a positive sign. It means your relationship is deep and meaningful, something that is needed to develop trust. While we might think of this as simply training, when you give them a command and a dog responds to it, they show trust. Think about it. Would you follow instructions from someone you don't trust? Probably not. Similarly, dogs perform the command not just because they understand them, but also because they trust you. Command adherence can be more of an indicator of the bond you share with your dog than an indication of intelligence. Trust-based obedience is why training rescue dogs can require more time and dedication. Rescue dogs often experience trauma through abandonment or abuse, killing their trust in humans. It can take time to rebuild their trust and to get them to follow your command. When a dog plays fetch and brings a toy back to you, it's a sign of trust. Generally, dogs don't like sharing, and the ability to release toys says a lot about your relationship. Dogs that trust you might also give you gifts. Those can range from their toys to dead bugs or anything else they find fun. Studies show that dogs are more likely to share with other dogs. So if they choose you, a human to share with, you know they have a lot of trust in you. Although humans often play with dogs by snatching things from them, this can lead to mistrust in dogs. They give you items because they trust you to give the item back, not snatch it from under their nose. Releasing food is one of the biggest signs of trust. Dogs do not have the best impulse control, and their instinct is to eat. So if you tell them to release food and they do it, they trust you more than their instincts. They trust that you have their best interest in mind when you ask them to drop it. And while we feel like tail wagging has been on the list as a sign for every possible feeling, wagging their tail a certain way can also show trust. A relaxed and rhythmic wag is frequently indicative of trust and contentment. And for the next sign, you might have to take a closer look at your dog. This sign is a relaxed face. Dogs that trust you, similarly to people who trust you, will have a soft facial expression. Going further to explore physical signs, pay attention to your dog's body language. Dogs that trust their people display signs of confidence and relaxed body posture. They keep their mouths slightly open, their eyes blink often, their ears are in a forward position, and their tails are either wagging, perky, or loose. Another sign of trust is when a dog allows you to sit near them while they are eating, or they might even allow you to touch their food. Dogs can be possessive over food, but with trust, they learn that you are not going to steal their food. It's like when humans leave cash lying around with the people they trust most. If your dog lets you do anything they don't particularly like, it's a sign they trust you. My dog hates teeth brushing and nail clipping, but he tolerates it when I do it. The key to not breaking this trust is to have enough trust in your bank account so when you do the things they hate, your dog forgets the bad parts because the good outweighs the bad. If a dog chooses to be around you or looks to you when other exciting things are happening, it's a sign they trust you. They had all these fun options but still choose you. That means a lot. When scary things are happening and a dog looks to you, it's also a sign of trust. When they are afraid, they are looking for guidance. And if they look to you, it's because you are their safe person. Even when they are off-leash, dogs who turn around to look at you and make sure you still approve of their behavior have a high trust in you. My dog, when he walks on a path, will always wait for me to catch up to him before he turns the corner to explore on his adventure. At the dog park, even when they are playing with their buddies, dogs that have a high level of trust tend to come back to you every once in a while. Dogs who trust you are also less likely to run away. So if your dog has never ran away and given into their sense of adventure, they have a ton of trust in you, providing them with all adventures. When your dog steals your shoes, your clothes, or anything that smells like you, it could be a sign of trust. While stealing clothes can have multiple reasons, one of them is that your dog is comforted by having your smell close to them. They want the comforting scent next to them, so they steal your stuff. Another way you can tell your dog trusts you is when they copy you. They have so much trust in your actions, they do the same things. Humans also do this when they like and trust, and that's why you often see friends or partners develop the same mannerisms. Dogs might even copy your emotions if they trust how they should feel about a situation. This is why you might see people who get a dog for anxiety end up with a highly anxious dog. Another sign of trust is when dogs communicate with you. When they trust you, they want you to share how they feel, and they only do so with people they trust. This can be verbal communication or other physical communications, like looking at you while expressing their emotions. Dogs who trust you also tend to be calm when you leave. When they see you leave and are confident that you will be back for playtime, while they might not be happy, but they tend to be calm. Separation anxiety can be a sign of mistrust. While separation anxiety can simply mean that a dog doesn't want to miss out on the fun, it can also mean that a dog does not trust that you will return. What are some ways to build trust with your dog? Use positive reinforcement. Dogs love snacks, and positive behavior breeds trust. Never use punishment, as it will damage the relationship. Spend quality time with your dog. Physical touch or activities can reinforce trust by overcoming stress and releasing dopamine. Be your dog's protector. Your dog trusts that you will have their best interest in mind. Even though it might hurt the child not to pet your cute dog, if being petted by strangers stresses your dog out, don't let them do it. Have a routine. Having a consistent and dependable routine builds trust. Routines help your dog understand what to expect and feel prepared. Don't let your dog see you angry. We know that anger is bad, but from a study from Brigham Young University, it has been shown that dogs are less likely to trust humans when they are angry or in a bad mood. Researchers tracked how dogs reacted when they saw humans point to a hidden reward silently, and then using positive or negative facial and vocal expressions. When dogs saw the negative behaviors, they were less willing to search for the treat. Keep in mind that trust is a responsibility and something that you have to maintain. Don't take it for granted. Unconditional love is amazing, but you have to earn it. Trust takes time and effort, but you can always rebuild it. A dog's trust is a great gift. Just remember to have a dog associate you with positive experiences. What other ways has your dog shown they trust you? How long did it take for you to earn your dog's trust?